Alright, everybody, here we go. It is time for more news, and it is nice to see all of you here today, checking out what we got on the JP side. Obviously, global busy time right now with, what do you guys got? You got just three units. Never heard of them before. Celeste, Locke, Terra. Never heard of these units before. Looks like you guys are getting into some different stuff to do with... Oh, look at that. Happy birthday, Global. UR Vision card, as well as second anniversary Banquet Part 1. Interesting. Never seen those. Or I know that there were some global exclusive Vision cards, but it's interesting as well to see. I'm pretty sure something that JP never got either. Wonder if we'll see that anytime soon. But, of course, we got some news today from the JP side, including first of all, a little bit of a mystery. And this is kind of noteworthy for a couple of reasons. First of all, end of the month. Always, always, always. End of the month means that, the next month's coming up. Usually there's some big 100 cost character coming to the game, or potentially maybe a new collaboration or something like that. And it's a little strange to see just a 1 a.m. to 6:30 maintenance. All of the Japanese versions maintenances happen in the from 10 a.m. in the morning to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're always, always, always done on time. So this seems like it is possibly a little bit of a bigger maintenance. Maybe there's something big surprise coming to the game for April. Don't know. April is right before we get into the 2.5 anniversary for JP in May. So maybe there's going to be another collaboration. Maybe we're finally going to get tactics. It could be that they're also just spending time working on fixing the game too, potentially making the app run better, maybe some pre-stuff before anniversary. Anyway, it's not indicative of anything in particular, but it's kind of interesting because we don't normally see this happening with odd-timed maintenance at that time. Fair enough, nobody's playing, or almost nobody's playing, but it just noteworthy, I guess. All right, but of course, that is the end of the month, and we're not quite there yet. So what's coming up for this month? Last of Chapter 8, as we get into Part 3, meaning a hefty chunk of Lapis. We can see the characters that will be primarily involved here as we continue down the storyline that JP is going, and Global will eventually follow. And as you can see, looks like these three are going to be heavily, prominently featured in this new story update. It's interesting. Nasha as well, specifically lately, has been getting a lot of attention. I mean, Valentine's Day, those two usually end up in the conversation, but it's kind of neat to see them back in story. Hopefully they'll have a slightly bigger role. Next up, Fire Selection Quest. So the continuation of Minwoo. Looks like we are getting a weapon this time, which will be good. I'm expecting Minwoo to get a nice little boost from it. Is this going to make Minwoo mainstay? Well, she is essentially a fire healer, good in specific roles, and does have some nice support skills. I hope that this will be an interesting weapon, maybe with some just nice bonuses for the character. And as you can see here, a quick flash of the screen, we have not one, but two equipment farms that will be coming up this week, which is, again, we usually just get one, or maybe one plus an old one, but because of a JP added feature recently, I guess we're going to be pushing out a few more. So first of all, it looks like a Beast Medallion, and honestly, I think this medallion is pretty self-explanatory, much like the Demon one that we got before. Maybe this is just going to be the trend going forward at the end part of the months for the next little while. Just new and new of these accessories that give you extra damage against certain enemy types, and those are valuable farm up. And the other one, an actual piece of equipment, Crown of Thorns. I believe it's Thornlets would be the Final Fantasy equipment equivalent of it. But yeah, I assume that this is for... Because I don't remember it specifically from Final Fantasy, so I assume that this is something probably more for Eliza than anyone, but it could be a piece of equipment, I guess, for Renelle. Have to wait and see whether it's a dark ice, whether it's a shooter, or maybe just a defensive option. Could be just a defensive one, but I kind of hope that it supports two of the newer characters that have come out recently, because, yeah, let's show them some love. And speaking of support, here it is, our new vision card, Apple themed as it is, for the ice elemental characters that are currently available in the game, and all future ones as well, as this is a permanent card. And it's only 70 cost, which is nice. No 90 cost banners or anything like that, or pities. So what do we got here? Well, for the unit, acquired AP up and accuracy up is a nice bonus, and the party ability is shooting power up, as well as critical rate, with a maxed out vision card also giving slash resistance to ice units. So it's an entirely ice-based vision card, and even though Black Witch Helena is more prominently featured, our two girls in the back are going to be the ones that are going to be benefiting from this card. Sorry, Black Witch Helena, just don't get anything. I mean, honestly, taking a look at the vision card of what is currently available and, you know, whatnot, with the ice element, there is a good amount of range possibilities, especially if you have some of the limited time characters, like Rafal, for instance. She does have some range capabilities, Barrett has some range capabilities, and Eliza has some range capabilities, just to name some of the range capacity. So ice is not the worst element to be getting a good range card. I mean, Mont has gotten his bonus this month, so I like his master ability too. I don't think that ice will ever get too out of hand, but ice is going to be knocking some win teams down a few pegs, which is, well, I enjoy that a little bit. Sadali, get wrecked, but what else is there to say? I think it's just looking like a nice, strong vision card, especially in combination with some of the other ice vision cards that currently already exist, which are pretty, you know, DPS focused. You have the Laswell card, you have Odin card. Ice has a nice amount of vision cards. So do I think that this is worth going to pity over? Not necessarily right away, because unless you have like a very specific ice range team, I don't think that the vision card is going to be completely necessary. Again, if you already have some of the highest DPS cards too, really not feeling like it's overly going to be too important. And this is more of a little bit of a reflection on my account personally than anybody else's account. But, you know, just taking a look, for instance, here at what Eliza is capable of doing into her EX, she has nice range increase. She's already dealing really good damage, and again, with the vision cards she has access to, makes for a interesting and potentially just also a little bit of a nice bonus powerful build for ice and ranged ice. So yeah, ice range fans, you know, your Rosa fans, your Barrett fans, both of you, it's definitely something for sure. Other than that, we are going to be getting the second range of, or the second grouping of master abilities 2s this month, which includes Ruel and, oh my goodness, what was the other character? Definitely a Leonis character. Well, Oh, that'll just take a few seconds. Maybe slightly. Oh, look, there's the pixel remake. Somewhere around here. It's about the time of when Sedali came out. There it is. There's the producer live letter. Who else? Venera. That's who it was. It wasn't necessarily Leonis, but Dario, Venera, Ruel, and Shirma, as we say on the Japanese side. So, interesting batch of Master Ability 2s. Quick predictions. Shirma probably going to get something pretty nice as an M tier. I think that she'll get something nice from that. Venera could be interesting if they finally give her just a little bit more evasion. We could finally have a better, you know, her being back to where she was kind of a long time ago. Ruel, I have the biggest hope for, because Ruel never really took off on the JP side. She's a very nice, strong unit, but never really captured a lot of attention. So I kind of hope that she will get a nice little bonus for people who built the unit. And what it will be, I'm not entirely sure, because I haven't used her too much lately, but Ketones was absolutely dynamite, so maybe this is just an Earth Elemental movement. Anyway, and Dario, we'll see what Dario ends up with, but definitely some guild members, looking forward to him. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and see you next time.